Go away. You bother Lee, there'll be no dinner. No dinner, no wedding.
You better quit squawking, Lee, or I'll tell Parson Pete you're not behaving yourself.
Jimmy,
Go about your business, son. Lee's got a lot of work to do.
All right, Dad.
Hey, which one of you Jaspers took my shirt? Wouldn't you like to know? Hey, hey, lay off, will you? That's the last clean one I've got.
You ain't gonna steal the boss's daughter away from us without a fight.
I've been too easy with you, Bird. But you need the job of work.
Get out. You ain't foreman today. You're just another bridegroom. Gee, I'll give yourself a cartwheel for that shirt.
What are you doing, Tom? My pal, and us brother-in-laws got together.
Let's get in, boys.
Wait a minute. Ain't no use. Tom's got the whole Duncan family hypnotized.
I guess you're right. I got something for you, Jimmy.
What you gonna give me? Gee, that's swell. Thanks, Tom.
What's up?
Just reaching on the warpath again. What's all the racket for, Lee?
Somebody shoot, smash this pan. Maybe next time, Mr. Span hit Lee Chin. Me quit.
Oh, that's it, huh? Some bright cowboy comedian.
I quit, I tell you.
You stop saying you'll quit or I'll fire you. Now, you march right back into the kitchen. My little girl's getting married today, and I don't aim to have the festivities spoiled by anybody.
You keep Parson Pete away from me?
All right. I'll make him leave you alone today.
All right, we make a deal.
What is it, boss? Somebody took a couple of shots at us. Little horseplay, maybe. But they ought to have more sense. I am not so sure it wasn't fun, Tom. Sounded like a rifle from a distance. Get your rifle, Dodkins. Come on out, Lee. Get back your pots and pans. Up on the hill, Dodkins. There's 3 of them, Tom. This has got me guessing.
I can't understand it. You having an enemy on the range.
A man's friends don't generally go gunning for him.
We'll settle this. Boys, saddle your horses. I'll get my gun.
What's all the shooting about?
I don't know, honey, but somebody's throwing lead at us.
They got Burns. He's been winged. Come on, Tom.
You'd better stay here.
Be careful, Tom.
Don't worry. I've got plenty to live for.
Oh, that boy. He's just like his dad. I don't care.
Where to now, Rattler? Back to the main road and finish this business. I was hoping to get close enough to those hombres to see what brand they were wearing. We can't catch them now. Jimmy, who told you to come along?
Nobody. I thought of it myself.
Dodkins, tell the boys to come on back.
I'll beat you to the ranch.
Someday I'll beat you, Jimmy.
Did you find out who they were?
No, I didn't, John. They were too far away. How's Burns?
Oh, he'll be all right. Just winged in the arm. You got any ideas about this attack?
Maybe it's someone who doesn't want me to get married.
Oh.
Listen, you two. Parson Pete and the guests will be here soon. Let's go in and unwrap some of the presents, huh? Come on.
All right.
Well, what do you make of it, Mr. Braid?
Well, we all know Haynes' reputation. Once he gives a warning, he don't regard rules. Now, if you folks want to ride past this sign, go ahead. I don't. No telling how many of the Rattler's men are up there in the rocks ready to pick us off.
Well, who's that coming yonder?
Parson Pete. He was going to marry him.
Well, what's all this? Waiting to go to the Duncans in the bounty?
Parson, if you're yearning to ride to the Duncans, that's your right and privilege, but I'm thinking you'll go alone. Have a look.
So that's what's holding you back. Didn't you folks ever hear tell of a wedding joke before?
We ain't so sure that it is a joke.
No, sir, we don't short of it. Then why take a chance? Well, why don't one of you go on and find out?
Yeah, why don't we? Wouldn't that be a good joke on the man that did, huh? If he lived to find out.
You seem mighty sure it's not a joke.
I know the Rattler.
Your foreman, Logan, here can be right brave at times. Why not let him go ahead and see what happens?
I ain't courting any bullets in my system.
Well, I still think it's a joke. Anyway, we're not getting anywhere just standing here speculating.
What are you aiming to do about it?
I'm aiming to ride ahead and see what happens. If nothing does, I'll certainly have the laugh on you folks.
And if something does happen, you won't be able to laugh.
Don't try it, Parson. Nobody else will, so I'll have to. If there's a bullet meant for me, I'll collect it. If there isn't, I'll continue on my way through life, making my talks, singing my hymns, marrying some folks and burying others. Well, it's no joke. There's at least one hostile gent up on those rocks. And he ain't got the peace of the Lord in his heart either.
That settles it. There'll be no wedding today.
It doesn't settle anything. Why don't you ride into those rocks and put a stop to this?
Crazy. Attack Rattler Haynes and his gang? Cold-blooded killers?
Haynes has been running over this range for nigh on to 3 years. It's an insult to you and every other man on it.
This here seems to be John Duncan's fight.
Duncan hasn't an enemy that I know of.
Maybe the Rattler's after that foreman of his, Tom Shaw. Nobody knows anything about him. He's never opened up much about his past.
Matter of fact, Logan, you never did that either.
What's that?
Don't roar at me, because I don't scare a mite. Take your men and clear out those snakes up there.
Going after the Rattler is a job for the law. I'm going home.
You know as well as I do there's no law here yet.
That's the point. If I make a move against Haynes, he'll burn me out. The Rattler's a job for one man, not a posse.
And you're not the man. Are you, Brave?
Come on, Logan.
You'd better get home before it gets dark.
Say, Parson, what do you aim to do?
I'm going to the Duncans. If I have to sneak in the back way.
Don't do it. The Rattler'll kill you.
I got a marrying job to do.
What kind of a wedding present do you call this?
It looks like another at work.
John, look here.
Now, what do you reckon they mean?
Rattler Haynes. I've heard he warns his victims this way. If that's so, it means that he and 2 of his killers are on my trail.
But why should Rattler Haynes send you a warning? Did you ever cross him in any way?
I never saw him but once in my life. He and 2 of his men were down at Horner's one day. Everybody was backing away from him like they had smallpox.
And somebody is sure trying hard to throw a scare into the bridegroom.
Howdy, Parson. Let's stop and talk. Send Mike and me your information. Maybe you can give it to us.
What is it you all want to know?
First off, where you bound, riding through the brush and up the back trails?
Seems like I might ask you the same thing.
You answer me. Being a parson, I reckon you won't lie. You bound for Duncan?
Well, I did expect to end up there in time to get something to eat.
Yeah? Well, something tells me that if you ate anything there, you'd sure get a pain.
Now, that's mighty funny. Lee Chin's a right good cook.
You's maybe aiming to marry somebody at Duncan's. I'm sorry. There ain't gonna be no wedding today.
What do you got against Tom Shaw?
I ain't saying. Anybody but you'd get a bullet through the head. You're not going to Duncan.
That's not right, Haynes. Now, if you try to stop me, you'll make me real mad. Keep your hands away from those guns.
You know what this means, Parson?
It means I'm going about my business. You might have the range scared, Haynes, but you ain't scaring me.
Why,
Don't say it. I don't want to hear no cussing words out of you, because I don't like it. Now, pay attention. Loosen your belts and let them drop, one at a time. You first, Pendy. Now you, Mike. And you, Rattler.
You ain't getting away with this.
It looks like I am. Now get going. And don't forget, I can shoot a lot better than I can preach. And that's saying a lot.
His trail cross ours again.
Here's another little present from Haynes.
Now, what's that?
The red rope. John, there's no doubt about it. Rattler Haynes is sure out to get me.
Tom, you came to us 4 years ago. We asked you no more questions than we would any stranger. You made good and I promoted you. But now you're going to marry my daughter. And there's something I should know. Is there anything in your past life that might cause this Rattler Haynes to want to put you away?
Nothing at all, John.
And you can look my Betty straight in the eye when you marry her?
I can and will.
I'm right glad of that, Tom. Because she thinks a heap of you. Now hide those cussed things where Betty won't see them.
I've already seen them, Dad. Heard everything you said. It wasn't necessary for you to ask Tom all those questions.
I thought you and Tom were alone.
If it's anything about the shooting, you might as well speak up. I'm more than interested in Tom, you know.
Yes, ma'am. I found this nailed to a tree.
Somebody's coming down the back trail. Fast.
What is it, Pete?
Wait. Let me get my breath.
Let's get in the house.
So the wedding guests didn't want to try it. So I came in by the back trail.
Rattler Haynes. Something should be done about him, and I'm going to do it.
You should have done that something 3 years ago, John. When Haynes first started.
I'll do something, all right. I'll send every puncher I've got out gunning for him. We'll wipe this gang off the earth.
You can't do that, John.
And why not?
This is my fight. It's a challenge, and I'm taking it.
Tom, please don't.
Betty, if I let anybody take this fight off my hands, I'm not man enough to be your husband.
You can't fight the Rattler and his gang all by yourself.
There are not so many of them. Maybe only the 3 the parson saw.
They are gun-toting fools, and they won't fight fair. You'll be on the run like an outlaw.
Yeah, but they won't know what way I'm running. That's why it's a job for one man.
Funny. That's just what Braid said back yonder on the road.
He was there, was he?
Yeah. And he seemed right certain there wasn't going to be any wedding today.
But, Tom, there must be something we can do.
There is. Send a couple of the boys down to Horner's Corner. Everybody hangs out there. Have them pass the word around that you and I had a scrap, and that you threw me off the ranch.
I don't like that.
Don't you worry. You leave this to me.
What else do you want?
Send some grub and cartridges to the line cabin on the upper 40.
I'll take care of that.
You'll keep out of it. You don't understand such things.
I understand my pals.
Positive there must have been something wrong with his past. They sure went round and round. Then the old man told him to roll blankets and ride. I'd hate to be in Tom's boots with that Rattler Haynes on my trail.
You're right. The Rattler's bad business.
Yeah, maybe. Go ahead, your shot.
Been shooting off your mouth, have you? Duncan ran me off his place.
Now listen, Tom,
So Rattler Haynes is out to get me, huh? Got me fired from my to stop my wedding. All right. I can play that kind of a game, too. I don't know if any of Rattler's friends are here or not. And what's more, I don't care. I'm here to say I'm on the prod. Haynes started this, and I'm out to finish it. Give me wrapping paper.
That'll be 2 cents.
Charge it. To the Rattler. Here's something I want everybody to read. They sent me 3 bullets. I reckon that means the Rattler, Red Mike, and Buck Fendi. And it's Buck Fendi I yearn to meet first.
They ain't been around here lately, Tom.
No? Well, they will be soon, or some of their friends.
I'm neutral.
Yellow, you mean? Too yellow to take sides against Haynes and his gang. But I'm not asking any man to mix in this. It's my private war. Come here.
You talking to me?
If Hatner's still your name, I am. Read this out loud.
Buck Fendi. I'll be at Horner's every night for a week. Have you got what it takes to come alone and shoot it out? Tom Shaw.
Now, hold on, Tom. I don't aim to have my place turned into a battleground.
Don't worry, you won't get hurt. Buck Fendi and me are plumb good shots. I'm right anxious for Fendi to hear about this as soon as possible.
Are you aiming to say that I know where he is?
I reckon you could find him if you wanted to.
Tom or Raw?
I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
Now you run along and tell the Rattler all about it. Gentlemen, the fight is on. I didn't ask for it, but I'm not dodging it. And I don't crave help or interference. I'll be seeing you.
Well, what's he up to?
He's running a bluff.
I don't reckon so.
There'll be trouble, boys. What do you say about a little game?
All right.
You reckon Tom knows what he's doing?
He sure acts like he does. Anyhow, he ain't wearing, so why should we?
That's right. If I could handle a gun like he could, I wouldn't wear it either.
You said it, Hank.
Blanket, grub, shells for 6-gun rifle. I guess that's about all.
Well, don't you forget to tell Tom what I told you.
I won't forget, Miss Betty.
I wish Tom hadn't made me promise to keep out of this.
He didn't make me promise. Well, you'll stay out of it just the same. I know how you feel, Dad. I do, too. But that's the way Tom wants it.
You take this to Tom?
No, Lee. Reckon you'll need it more than he will. Guess I'll be shoving off.
Oh, come for me. Now, take care of yourself now.
Yeah,
Well, not to get loose.
don't forget, you know.
Goodbye.
Well, there's Braid. Wonder what he wants.
Morning, Mr. Duncan.
Howdy, Braid. Come on inside.
Now, just where do you think you're going?
Oh, sis, I'm going to help Tom. He needs me.
No, he doesn't. You go straight to your room and stay there.
Just like a woman, always butting in on a man's affairs.
Well, man or no man, go on.
So I was thinking that if you expected any trouble from the Rattler, I'd be glad to help out.
I don't figure to need any help the way things are lined up.
Of course, I'm not entirely selfish in my offer.
Meaning what?
Well, I had hoped that my chance with Betty might be good again with Tom Shaw out of the way.
And who said Tom was out of the way?
Oh, maybe not yet, but he soon will be. You ever hear of the Rattler falling down on a threat? I knew Betty before Tom came here. She used to like me.
That's what you thought. Now, you listen to me. I don't like the way you come here the minute Tom turns his back. And moreover, you got no right to now.
What do you mean?
I mean that Tom and Betty are already married.
So that's it, huh? Well, you'll make a mighty pretty little widow.
That's enough out of you. Now, I'm going to tell you a few things I wouldn't have said otherwise. You owe me a lot of money on that ranch of yours. More than it's worth the way you've been running it. And if you've been hoping to cancel that by marrying my little girl, you've been figuring on the wrong side of the ledger. Now, get out.
Duncan, you can't.
Don't say it. You've said too much already. Tell it to your horse on your way.
You aren't worried, are you, Dad?
No. But I'm plumb ashamed talking to Braid that way.
I'm glad you did. Dad, do you suppose he hired Rattler Haynes to kill Tom?
Yeah, good try. Uh-oh. Sure shot, man.
I'm a good mind to close up this place until after the war is over. Don't see why they gotta pick on me for their fighting place.
Don't worry, Horner. Rattler's big-hearted. He always buries his dead.
Hey, can you imagine Horner closing up?
Not any. He don't think any more of a dollar than he does his right eye.
Oh, that's terrible.
Where is this Tom Shaw hombre that dares me to meet him? I'll get him. The Rattler sent him a red rope, and you know what that means. Run the bluff that he's gonna gunfight me. You don't see him, do you? Look right this way, Fendi.
You'll pay for that lamp, Tom Shaw.
I got him, Mike.
You sure did, Rattler.
Make a light, Horner. Everybody else stay in the clear.
It's Fendi.
You're next, Rattler.
I tell you, Tom Shaw killed Fendi. Well, didn't he?
Sure, if you say so.
Howdy, Logan.
I am in. It's Logan.
It's about time. Come on in. Braid send me any money?
No. He's sore because Tom Shaw is still roaming around. Not only that, Tom and the Duncan gal are married.
You mean Parson Pete went ahead in spite of what I told him? Go tell Braid to send me the money or I'll come and get it. Atner, you go with him.
All right.
Curly, send out all the boys and tell them to drop Tom Shaw on sight. One man ain't going to make a fool of me.
Right, boss.
Mike, I want Parson Pete, too.
Take them off.
Where you go?
I have to find Tom.
I tell.
All right. You tell on me, and I'll tell Parson Pete where you're hiding.
No tell. We make a deal. You not tell, I no tell.
All right.
Did you hear that one of Haynes' little helpers met with a bad accident?
Fendi, wasn't it?
Yep. Tom sure outsmarted them. And he's keeping his hands clean, too, which is a lot more than most men would do.
Then I'm sure he's going to win out.
Yes, sir. Tom sure outsmarted him, and is waking up a lot of people to the fact that the Rattler and his gang aren't supermen after all. This country's sure waking up, and Tom's likely to find help where he least expects it.
What do you mean, Parson?
Where do you reckon I could get in touch with him?
That line cabin on the upper 40 is his base of supplies.
Now, what do you suppose he's up to?
Come on inside. Hello, Shaw.
Howdy, Kurt.
Where you headed? I figured on dropping in on Braid. I don't reckon he crazy to be disturbed.
Hey, Kurt! Where are you? Hey, Kurt!
Hold up, Carson. You're coming with me. The Rattler wants to see you.
You mean he needs me?
Well, either way, he's going to get you.
Where'd you get that wallet, Parson?
You know the book says, the light of the righteous rejoiceth, and the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. What do you expect to find?
Most anything. He just came from Bray. Haynes, I won't pay you a cent more than I've given Atner until you give proof as we that you have finished the business regarding Tom Shaw. Braid. Here's plenty of proof that Braid's in back of this deal.
Right.
Look here, Parson. Supposing Hayne only got the left-hand side of this note. Like this. Hayne, I won't pay you a cent until you give proof that you have finished Tom Shaw. Braid.
I reckon Mr. Hayne would be right upset.
And plenty sore at Braid. Don't you reckon I'm entitled to this money, being the principal in the deal?
Sure thing. It looks like a case of your money and your life.
Hey, the rat will kill me if I don't fetch it to him.
He needn't know you had it. You just take him this note and keep your trap shut. It's a cinch the rattler will get you if you don't take something back. Besides, I've got a friend at Haynes' place who'll be watching you to see that you do things just as I say.
All right.
Remember, you'll be watched over a gun sight.
How's this friend of yours up at Haynes going to know what to expect?
Parson, I'm glad Atner hasn't got as much sense as you have.
Tom, if you take any prisoners, I want them.
What are you going to do with them? Eat them or reform them?
Either way, I'm thinking they'd be plenty tough.
I'll tell you what. I hit that line cabin a couple of times a day. We can meet there.
All right.
taking that old nag of yours.
He's all we got. You might as well shoot us as take him.
Well, I might do that, too.
Henry, don't argue with him. He's one of Haynes's men.
Well, I aim to stand up for my rights.
Well, there ain't nobody around here got any rights, except friends of the rattlers. I'm taking your horse. I lost a good one around here somewhere. I'll be back for him. You better find him for me.
Henry, why can't we leave this awful outlaw-ridden country?
No, Ma. We'll stay just as Parson Pete told us. Don't you remember? He said a brighter time was a-coming.
Braid, I'm telling you it was a mistake giving Hayne that money. He'll make you keep paying the rest of your life. And whether he gets Tom Shaw or not, he'll still have proof against you. And if I know Hayne, and I reckon I do, he'll milk you dry. No, he won't.
You sure got skinned on that horse trade, Mike.
Going into the glue business?
I thought you might like to know that young Duncan kid is out roaming around the country.
Why should I?
Well, I was thinking he might be an ace in the hole in case anything went wrong.
What could go wrong? Has Tom Shaw got you scared? Just because he was lucky at Horner's, that don't say we won't get him. If you're turning yellow, get out. It might be catching to the others.
I'm with you in this to the finish. But I'm not missing any bets either.
About that kid. That is a good idea. See to it.
Right away. I got a job to do about a horse, too.
Oh, and tell all the boys to keep their eyes open.
I'll do that.
What about Braid and the money?
Well, he sent you this.
Backing down, eh? Yep. Well, there's plenty of ways to make Mr. Braid pay.
Jimmy! You shouldn't be roaming around out here.
But, Tom, I got a line on one of the Haynes gang. I was going after help to catch him.
That's all?
Yeah. Let's get going. I'll tell you about it on the way.
All right, Jimmy.
Did you find my horse?
No. We looked all over, but he must have strayed off.
That's the horse Mike took. Maybe he's come back.
It sounds like he has. Now, here's what we're going to do.
I told you to find it. You think I want to trade a good horse for that old crowbait of yours? Open it and get out of the way.
Drop it, Mike. Get some rope and tie his hands, Jimmy. I'm sorry we wrecked your place, but maybe this will fix things up.
Oh, you needn't do that. The licking you give that bully's paying up.
That's all right. Rattler Haynes is paying the bill.
Thank you.
What do we do with it, Humphrey?
What Pete wants him.
Let's turn him over and then graft another one.
You're going home, young fella.
Oh, Tom, we were just getting organized. There's more shit in that hollow, just west of here.
That's the system. You round them up, and I'll put them away.
Meaning what?
Meaning the law's come to these here parts. I've had myself appointed United States Deputy Marshal.
Then arrest this pilgrim and turn him over to the custody of his folks.
Oh, Tom.
What are you aiming to do?
I started something, and I want to watch the wheels go round.
Hold on. You've been deputized to help me take this prisoner in.
I thought I was under arrest.
It amounts to the same thing. When those wheels start to go round, careful you don't get your fingers caught in the machinery. You watch him. I'll get my horse.
All right, boys. Come on, we're going to settle this thing right now.
I'm going with Tom.
You will not. You're under arrest.
Promise you won't tell the folks you saw me?
You expect me to lie for you? I wouldn't do that even for myself. And believe me, youngster, a good fat lie would come in mighty handy sometimes.
You don't need to tell them if they don't ask.
Come back here.
You can't make me. You got...
Hank, put him in the barn. And keep your eye on him.
Right, Parson.
Did you see Jimmy?
Yes, at the line cabin. He's gone rampaging after Tom again.
Oh, that boy.
Dutkins, get horses. We're riding.
If you'd have done that sooner, Jimmy wouldn't have had to.
Saddle up, boy.
Join the boys, Abner. I'm hoping Tom Shaw comes after the kid.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get your wish sooner than you'll think.
We got Tom!
Thought you'd buck the rattler, did you? Your head must be thinner than I thought. I ain't got the heart to do it with you looking so forlorn. Here, kid. You do it.
What? Me shoot Tom?
Somebody's got to do it. Come on, we ain't got all day.
Meet me at the crossroads. Hurry.
All right.
Hey, man, it's leather.
Come on, boys, let's get out.
Mr. Braid, we're all right now.
He's in this as deep as Haines. Get into those rocks.
There's Rattler's gang. Get 'em.
Told you Braid was our friend.
He's not. He's just Haines' enemy. It's your dad. Come on. Duck, Jimmy.
Why?
Do as I say.
Why, Tom, you might have plugged me.
You haven't fooled me for 1 minute, Braid. I knew it was you who hired the rattler to get me and why you did it. One reason was you weren't man enough to do it yourself.
Tom!
Right here, Betty. There's your last man, Parson.
Thanks. On your way.
Well, it's all over, sweetheart. And guess who was behind all this?
I know. It was Braid.
And I thought I was going to surprise you.
Tom, tell Betty. Didn't I catch Mike and sock Rattler with his own gun?
Oh, Jimmy, I never heard such a wild story.
Story?
Oh.
It's the truth, Betty.